It was a moonless night when I first met her. The air was thick with an unnatural stillness, and a sense of unease clung to the edges of my consciousness. I had just moved to a small town, hoping for a fresh start after a painful breakup. My heart was heavy with memories, and the weight of loneliness pressed down on me like a suffocating shroud. One evening, while I was lost in thought at a local cafe, I felt a pair of eyes upon me. Turning my gaze, I saw her, a strikingly beautiful woman sitting alone in the corner. Her dark hair cascaded over her shoulders like a waterfall of shadows, and her eyes held a mysterious allure that drew me in. I couldn't help but stare, captivated by her presence. Our eyes met, and a shiver ran down my spine. It was as if her gaze pierced through my soul, unraveling the layers of my being. I quickly averted my eyes, feeling a flush of embarrassment wash over me. However, I couldn't shake the feeling that she knew something about me, something I hadn't even admitted to myself. Days turned into weeks, and I found myself drawn to her again and again. Our encounters became more frequent, and each time I saw her, my heart raced with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. We exchanged brief conversations, and I learned that her name was Evelyn. She spoke in a soft, melodic voice that seemed to echo in the deepest recesses of my mind. As the weeks went by, my infatuation with Evelyn grew stronger. I found myself daydreaming about her, imagining a life together that was both thrilling and terrifying. Yet, there was an enigmatic quality about her that left me with a sense of unease. It was as if she held a secret, one that she was reluctant to share. One fateful evening, Evelyn invited me to her home. As I stepped through the threshold, a cold draft sent a shiver down my spine. Her apartment was dimly lit, with flickering candles casting eerie shadows on the walls. The air was heavy with the scent of lavender, masking an underlying mustiness that hinted at something darker. Evelyn led me to a small, dimly lit room at the back of the apartment. The walls were adorned with strange symbols and symbols etched into the wood. In the center of the room, an ornate mirror hung, its surface gleaming like a dark pool. Evelyn's eyes gleamed with an otherworldly intensity as she gazed into the mirror.
"Have you ever wanted something so desperately that you would do anything to attain it?" she whispered, her voice sending chills down my spine. I hesitated, my heart pounding in my chest. "Yes," I admitted, my voice barely audible. Evelyn smiled, a hauntingly beautiful smile that sent a mixture of fear and longing coursing through my veins. "I can give you everything you desire," she murmured, her fingers brushing against the mirror's surface. Before I could respond, Evelyn pressed her lips against mine, and a surge of electricity coursed through my body. It was as if our souls were merging, a connection that transcended time and space. The world around us faded into darkness, and I felt myself being pulled into an abyss of desire and despair. Days turned into nights, and I became ensnared in Evelyn's web. We were inseparable, our lives intertwining in a macabre dance of passion and obsession. But with each passing day, I felt myself growing weaker, my energy draining away like sand slipping through my fingers. My reflection in the mirror grew paler, my features fading into an ethereal haze. One night, as I lay beside Evelyn, I felt a sharp pain in my chest. Gasping for air, I struggled to sit up, my vision blurred and distorted. Evelyn's eyes gleamed with an unholy light as she watched me with a mixture of sadness and triumph. "It's time, my love," she whispered, her voice a haunting melody. "Time for us to be together, forever." As darkness closed in around me, I realized the truth. Evelyn was not just a woman, she was a creature of darkness, a being that fed on the life force of those she ensnared. She had lured me in with her beauty and promises of love, only to drain me of my essence until I was nothing more than a husk. And now, as I lie trapped in her eternal embrace, I am a prisoner of my own desires. My body is cold and lifeless, yet my mind remains trapped in this endless nightmare. I watch helplessly as Evelyn moves on to her next victim, her eyes gleaming with a hunger that can never be satisfied. So, beware the allure of a beautiful face and the promises of forbidden love. For in the shadows there may lurk a horror beyond imagining, a horror that can consume your very soul and leave you trapped in an eternal nightmare of desire and despair.